Today we'll learn about operation of a function. Have a look at question number 1. fx is given, gx is given. We have to find f plus g of 8. So basically this is f8 plus g8. And that is easy. Basically we have to find the value of f8. So to find the value of f8, in place of x, we'll just plug in 8. So that makes 3 times 8 plus 4. So 3 times 8 plus 4 is actually 28. So we got the f8 value. Similarly, we have to find g8 value. To find g8, we'll replace x with 8. So I get g8 equal to negative 2 times 8 square negative 4. So when you calculate, you get negative 128 minus 4 is negative 132. So basically we'll have to plug in the values. f8 is 28. Let me write 28. And g8 is negative 132. So my correct answer is negative 104 is my final answer. Good. Have a look at number 2, guys. This is also same. H over g of minus 4 is actually h of minus 4 divided by g of minus 4. So we'll calculate h minus 4 one by one. H minus 4 equal to negative. In place of n, I will put negative 4, guys. And I have to put a bracket because n value is negative 4. Okay. Negative 2 times negative 4. So you know how to calculate. That gives 64 plus 8, which is 72. Then we find g of minus 4. So g minus 4 is negative 2 times negative 4 minus 1. In place of n, I am putting minus 4 now to find g minus 4. So we get 8 minus 1, which is 7. So my answer is h minus 4 is 72 divided by g minus 4 is 7. Right? Okay. Have a look at question number 3. Question number 3 is we have to find f dot g. Dot means multiplication, guys. Okay. Dot means multiplication. So we have basically f0 multiplied by g0. So we find f0 value by putting in place of t, we'll put 0. So we get 2 times 0, negative 3 is negative 3. And then to find g0 value, we get 0 cube plus 0, which is basically 0. And then we plug in the values. So f0 value is negative 3 times g0 value is 0. So negative 3 times 0 is just 0. Hope it is clear. Come to number 4. Gn function is given, fn function is given. We have to find g of f6, guys. Yes, this is important. This is not multiplication. Multiplication was question number 3 where we had a dot. Okay. This is not dot. This is g of f6. Okay. In such a case, my job is, please understand my first job. First job is you find the f6 value, f of this number, and then whatever value you get, you plug in that value in place of g. Okay, so my job is first to find f6 value. Okay, to find f6 value, in place of n for function f, I will plug in 6. So I get 6 square minus 1, which is 35. So f6 is 35. Now guys, I had told you that after getting f6, that value you will plug into the g thing. Okay. So this 35 I will plug into my g function. So I will get g of 35 equal to negative 35 plus 5, which is negative 30. Hope it makes sense. Okay, let's try question number 6. I think 6 is easy. I will leave it for you. Let's try question number 7. hx function is given, gx function is given, and the question is to find h over g of x. So basically it is nothing but hx divided by gx, because h over g is in division. So it is hx divided by gx. Okay. hx value has already been given. Okay, we don't have to plug in any number in place of x, right? So hx value is negative x plus 5 over negative 3x minus 2. We have simply to plug in these values because we have these numbers. Okay, so that's my answer, right? Come to number 8. That's quite simple. We have to find gx minus hx. You have the gx value and hx value. We'll just write in here. Gx is 4x minus 2. I will have to put in bracket. Minus hx value is x square minus 5x. I need to put in bracket because there is this is minus here, so it will cause a trouble. That is why we have to put a bracket. And then we break the bracket. So 4x minus 2, and then while breaking the bracket, it will change the sign of the inside part. So negative x square plus 5x, right guys? And then we simplify. So 4x and plus 5x will be 9x, and minus 2 is, we cannot do anything, and minus x square is minus x square. So guys, this is my answer. Good. Let's move on to next question. Have a look at question number 11. Question number 11 says gt divided by ft. Quite simple. You have the gt value, which is t square minus 2, and divided by, you have the ft value, which is 4t plus 4. So that's my answer. Let's try question number 14. Before that, let's try question number 12. Question number 12 says hn function is given, gn function is given. We have to find hn minus 5 times gn. Okay, so we'll just plug in the values for respective functions. For hn I am writing 2n plus 1, that is given to us, minus 5 times gn. So gn is in multiplication with 5, so I will put a bracket and I will write gn value, which is n minus 2. We'll try to simplify it. I'm simplifying above. So we break the bracket, we get 2n plus 1, and then when minus 5 will multiply with n and minus 5 will multiply with minus 2, so we get minus 5n and plus 10, right? So simplifying more, we get negative 3n. 2n minus 5n will get you negative 3n, and plus 1 and plus 10 will give you plus 11. So that's my answer guys, negative 3n plus 11. That's my answer for number 12. Let's try question number 13. Question is saying gn function is given, hn is given. We have to find minus 4 of g plus 5h bracket minus 2n. Please understand, this minus 2n will put for the GA function and for the H function. So I am simplifying it like this. Please understand, this is not a multiplication of bracket, guys. Okay, it is not a multiplication of multiplication of bracket. G is a function, so I will treat it like a function. So let me write it like that. I will write minus 4g. G of what? G of minus 2n. So g of minus 2n. Correct? Like we used to have g of x, g of n. So here it is g of minus 2n. And then plus 5. Function is h. H of what? H of minus 2n. Please understand, this is not a multiplication, right? Okay. Now my job is to find the g of minus 2n value. Okay. Gn is given to us. In place of n, we'll have to replace minus 2n. Okay. So I'm replacing that. Negative 4 and g of minus 2n I'm replacing. In place of n, I'm writing minus 2n. So I will get 3 times minus 2n plus 1. In place of n, we have replaced minus 2n. And plus 5. And this is h of minus 2n. So for the h function, in place of n, we'll have to replace minus 2n. So we get 2 times minus 2n and minus 3, right? We'll simplify this, guys. Minus 4 and inside the bracket we have 3 times minus 2n will give us negative 6n and plus 3 plus 1, because 1 is not, plus 5, and inside the bracket we have 2 times minus 2n, which will give you negative 4n and negative 3. Now we'll have to break the bracket. So negative 4 multiplying with negative 6n will be 24n minus 4, and then 5 will multiply with both of them, will give you minus 20n and minus 15. So that will give us 4n negative 19, right? So that's my answer, guys. Let me repeat you again. Let me explain you with some more examples. Like if we have the function g plus h and bracket x plus 2. I must mention that here g and h are the functions. So we will not do the algebra multiplication, like we will not multiply g with x and g with 2 and h with x and h with 2. No, not at all. Okay, they are not variables, they are the functions. So we'll have to treat them like functions. Let me show you how. We'll do it because g is a function, so we'll write g of x plus 2. Okay, I'm just giving you some example. Plus, because h is a function, so we'll write h of x plus 2. Right? Now here, after doing that, we'll not multiply g with x and g with 2 because g is a function. That is my final simplification if we have to simplify. Hope it makes sense. Okay. So again, explaining this, it means that we will have to find g of 4 plus n first, like we had done previously in the question. Okay, this is not a multiplication, guys. we will have to find the front function first. We'll find g4 plus n. So let me find that first. g4 plus n. How to find g4 plus n? The gn function is given to us. In place of n, we'll just replace 4 plus n. So in place of n, I'm replacing 4 plus n. So I will get 4 bracket 4 plus n and minus 2. In place of n, I just replaced 4 plus n. Okay. So that gives 4 times 4 is 16 plus 4 times n is 4n and minus 2. So that simplifies to 14 plus 4n. So that is my g4 plus n value. Now guys, please understand. Now this value will plug into my h function because h was in the front. So in place of h function, I will just plug in that value. See how am I doing? So in place of h function, I am replacing n with 14 plus 4n. So 14 plus 4n equal to 3 bracket 14 plus 4n and minus 1. 3 times 14 is 42 plus 12n minus 1, which is 41 plus 12n. So that is my answer, guys. I hope it is clear. Good one. Let me give you one more explanation of the concept. Like if we have, let's say, HOGOF, let's say 5. Okay. So first of all, we'll find the front value f5. Using any function f, we'll have to find the f5 value. Okay. After finding f5, we will plug in this value into the g function. Please understand, guys. The f5 value will plug into the g function. And then whatever be the g function we get, let's say we get answer as a. Okay. So this value will plug into the h function. Right? I hope it makes sense. Fine. Let's come to question number 17. Find f and g so that hx equal to f(o)gx. And the condition is neither function may be the identity function fx equal to x. Okay, so we'll do that later. First of all, we'll have to find what is my gx function. Okay. So my first job is to find gx function. Guys, that is very easy. To find gx function, you can take any function, any set of operations nicely. So I am taking right now 5 over x square as my gx function. So please have a look, 5 over x square. That is my gx function because gx was in the front. And then we'll talk about fx function. Fx will be, for this what you supposed, okay, for this what you supposed as your gx function, you just say it as x. For 5 over x square, I just wrote as x and then I said x plus 1 because this is plus 1, right? So gx function is given to us 5 over x square and fx is x plus 1, guys. You can cross verify your answer like this. Like if you have to find f of gx, so gx value you will put into in place of x, right? You will first find gx value and that gx value you will put in place of x. You will get the composite function f of gx, right? So I said this is one of my set of answers where gx is 5 over x square and fx is x plus 1. Okay, we could have other answers also. I will show it to you for the same question. Question number 1, we can have another set of answers like gx I can suppose as just x square. Then what will be fx? Then for fx I will say 5 divided by this thing we supposed as x gx. So we will say 5 over x and plus 1 separately. This could be my another set of answers. We can have other answers also, but right now this is fine. Okay, so you have your first job is to find about gx function and then you come to fx function. Let's try question number 18. Please have a look. 18 looks very easy. I will suppose gx function as root x because gx is in front. Okay, so gx function I am writing equal to square root of x as gx function. So I will say it as fx equal to x plus 1. In place of root x I will just say x, right, because that was my supposed value, gx whole square. Hope it makes sense, guys. Fine. Question number 19. So gx I will suppose as only 5x. That's quite easy. And because I have supposed this as gx, so my fx will just be square root of, in place of 5x, because that was my gx function, I will just write x plus 1 and that plus 1 is one more. Okay, so that is my fx. Instead of doing this, your another set of answers could also be, this is your first answer. Second answer could be like, for the same question number 19 I am saying, you could have supposed gx as 5x, right? And so your fx would be square root of, because 5x plus 1 you supposed as gx, so it will be square root of x and plus 1. This could be your another set of answers. Third set of answers could be, if you suppose gx as square root of 5x plus 1, right? This entire thing if you suppose as gx, then your fx would be, this entire thing you will write for x, just x and then plus 1. This could be your third answer for question number 9. All the answers are correct, right? Good. Let's try question number 20. Gx we can suppose as fx would be, in place of this I will just write x, so 3 to the power x, right? Let's try question number 21. Have a look at question number 21, friends. We can say gx is, this entire thing I will say as gx square root of x plus 3, and so for fx I would say, for this entire thing I will just say x and so is square. This could be your one answer. Now your another answer could be, let me explain you that. I hope by now you have understood. The second answer could be, if I suppose gx as just root x, only this root x I supposed as gx, so the fx would be x plus 3 and whole square. Good, guys. Let's try question number 22. Gx we can suppose as x square, and if gx is x square, we have suppose this as gx, so the fx could be 4 over x, because that we have supposed as gx. So I will say 4 over x plus 2. I hope it makes sense, guys, right? So this was the end of the session. See you soon. Thank you.